What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Post Credits Podcast. This is episode 72, but later in the week where we're talking about Train Dreams. This is our last episode before the Oscars.
This is the Train Dreams episode, not episode 72.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the
Well,
same
this is
week.
all
I
the
get
same week as 72.
Mm.
All right, Mr. Roger over
it.
there.
Anyway, Train Dreams.
Anyway, this is a show where we are lucky enough to talk about movies with you. This is the episode adjacent with 72, recorded on Sunday, March 8th, to get posted to podcast services everywhere on, I said Friday in the last episode.
Yeah.
Friday,
At some point this week, I'll
So,
post
yeah,
this.
it'll be up
March
there.
13th. Again,
might get
we have
a little
another
bit
Friday
early.
the 13th? Okay.
We do. In all honesty, I might get out a little bit earlier just because this is a movie for the Oscars.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
I
point.
might get it out a little bit earlier if I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me know and I'll do it the same day. What the conversation probably had before we're
Yeah, it's.
well,
okay.
it's
this
good.
is a show.
to the
prep.
usual spots: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, and then YouTube. If you're listening to us on an audio-only version, feel free to come on over to YouTube, see us there as well. You can watch full episodes, or everything is time-coded out. You can click around. We try to snip out some funny bits, with some of that maybe snipped as well.
Come watch us on YouTube. Put some faces to the voices. See my glasses. It's great.
See his glasses.
Oh, we're talking about that.
I'm so sad. It's fine.
Okay.
Like and
We're talking
subscribe.
about it.
Like and subscribe. However you choose to join us. Thank you. We're off to an amazing start.
This is about the same kind of start we had for the main episode this
Yeah.
week.
I mean,
One of
sure.
us dropped an F-bomb at 2 minutes and 4 seconds in.
Who did? I did? Just who
Yes,
did?
that was you,
Yeah,
buddy.
okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
How will the YouTube
That's it.
algorithm? We
It's
don't
like
care.
algorithm this week. Nope.
Nope, not doing it.
We're not slaves to the algorithm.
No.
We're not doing it. But this episode, we're going to discuss Train Dreams. Again, it's the last one before the Oscars, and it will be the last. We'll have talked about 9 of the movies of the 10. All right, on the show.
8. We've talked
8.
about 8.
Oh,
of the
not
movies.
not Secret Agent
So
or
this is the list of Best Picture. We have talked about Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and then today is Train Dreams.
We
haven't
missed.
seen The Secret Agent or Sentimental Value.
Okay,
I
so
will not be able to catch those before.
we're not.
If they
but
win anything, I'll catch it afterward, though. I will.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
we have made a Herculean effort.
Hey, this is the
We've
most
seen a
we've
lot.
ever done.
This is
Yes.
the most catch up we've done, and we've had a couple times where we had to watch a few. So this has
Yeah.
been. We do this for you, audience.
For
So,
you.
I mean, we do it for some of them.
I mean, what are we doing it for? You know what I mean? So
Let's.
Honestly, I don't do a lot of other stuff on Sunday afternoons at this point. So.
I am one of your hosts, Grayson Maxwell. Joining me as I do on every episode, most episodes, Roger Stillion and Chris Bond. Gentlemen, let's talk about Train Dreams, shall we?
Got your particulars up?
I do indeed, sir. I do indeed.
Tell us about
What Rotten Tomatoes? What do you think the numbers are for
Oh,
this?
that's
I bet
stupid
it's
high.
about 90s on both.
94 and 90. So the critics liked it 4% more than the people's.
This is critic
This
bait.
this is a critic movie.
This is critic bait all the
Yeah.
way.
What do you think the Metacritic is?
77.
82.
88.
I was gonna say 88. Damn it! I got scared when he said 78.
No.
This
one-
88's huge.
88's
That is 5
high.
points from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
That is 7 points
Um,
away from Frankenstein.
All right. Joel Edgerton, Clifton Collins Jr., who's only in it for like 30 seconds. But he's got second billing. Even on the movie, he's got second billing. Felicity Jones, Alfred Singh, and William H. Macy, and Paul Schneider. So,
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
oh, and Kerry Condon as
That
well.
was funny when I saw Schneider in here,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
All right, and let's talk about it. Chris, lead us in. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, okay. I got super
You
confused.
did that weird though.
Oh, yeah, I did. Okay,
All right.
fine.
Train Dreams. If we liked it, for our Oscar catch up in 3, 2, 1. This is the easiest one.
Fantastic
Never gonna
So
get
movie.
this is an easy one here.
This is
This is now this is the first time this has ever happened to me where I was watching before the Oscars. This is only the first time. It happened once in 2017 before this. With 2 movies, but now there's 3 movies that I think could very easily win Best Picture.
Dang.
And this year it's Sinners, which I think is fantastic, Train Dreams, and Hamnet.
This movie sucks, but because it made me feel things, I didn't like it.
Okay. Yes. So first thoughts, guys.
This movie sucks. It made me feel things. That's my
Noted.
first thought.
First thought, please.
I mean, like, look, this is a movie that is different than most movies we watch in the good ways. There are a few movies that we see every now and then, especially it's easier to look at from Oscar catch up to be like, hey, I understand why this is nominated. I watched this movie and immediately went, as it was over, I was like, yeah, no, I get it.
This movie does so many of like the faux pas, but it just gives a big middle finger to the rules.
Yep.
This movie has narration, and you're not supposed to do narration in movies, and has a ton of it. And then it doesn't explain shit at times, and you're supposed to explain things to your audience so they understand. And that's per Netflix. So like, it's doing things it's not supposed to. It presumably kills children. Like, there's just so much happening in this movie
Kills
that
a
Maybe
lot.
some of those dogs die. We don't know.
I mean,
but
you only see one after a while.
Red Dog.
So it's like
The hero of the story, Red Dog.
this
Let's just be
movie does so much that like you're not supposed to do. This movie rocks. So,
honest. I also didn't mention the Will Patton is the
Mm,
Is
narrator.
the narrator.
You
He
guys
does
know
a
who he
great
is?
job.
which
at it.
you can clock his voice as soon as you hear
Oh,
it
yeah.
too.
Love it.
I love that man.
I
Make
mean,
them remember forever the night they played the Titans. Yes.
I mean, the one real thing about this movie is like it feels good, like from the minute it starts, because like it comes in with this shot of coming down this train track tunnel, and like you can just tell visually it's awesome, and like he's narrating from behind, like it feels like he's background narrating. It's
Yep.
just like, man, it sets the tone right away,
Yeah.
and it carries that through the whole thing. And the story here is a story we've seen similar stories
Yeah.
before. It's not anything super groundbreaking, which is some like I think it's commendable that in a story where it's a story of loss, and it's stuff we get a lot. I mean, we just talked about Hamnet not that long ago,
Mhm.
which is about a devastating loss of a child. And we get a similar sort of thing play out with a wife and a child in this one. Now they all process things differently, and this is how one character processes everything.
Yeah.
And legitimately, half of it might be in his mind.
Yep.
Which is a real part of the movie, and it's just blurry enough where you can't say
Yeah.
for 100% certain
Yep.
that some of it's not real, and
Mhm.
that's an incredible thing to be able to pull off, and I
Yeah.
applaud them for this. Now, unfortunately, I will spoil one thing for me is I don't think this is better than a couple of the other movies we have on the best picture list. However, this is a damn fine piece of cinema.
Yeah.
And I mean that seriously. A damn fine movie.
Yeah. It's so good on a lot of levels. Like it's this watching this movie again. Like it made me feel things, and I think that you're right. It is about loss, but there's a lot of other things in this movie too that like this movie's telling.
It's about growing old.
It's about that. It's about like the guilt that can come with being like silent about thing like wrongs that are happening around you as well, because he feels a lot of guilt for a lot of the things
A
that
lot of
happen
guilt,
while
yep.
he's working, and the I mean, in this case, the flying Chinaman.
Hey,
So like
listen,
there's just a lot.
There's a scene in this movie very early on where they are working railroad
Yeah,
construction,
yes, railroad.
and they come get the Chinese guy because if you know a lot about any parts of American history in the railroad,
Mhm.
a lot of Asian immigrants, primarily Chinese, are part of that. They go grab this guy who's done, as far as we understand, and
Nothing
as far as
wrong.
we're ever told,
Yeah.
nothing wrong. They come and grab him, take him to a couple hundred yards down the road, and throw him off a damn bridge.
There's no water at the bottom of this.
No, just directly down, and it's
Yeah.
just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's the first 4 minutes of this movie.
Is it that early?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
because you get the beginning of his opening story, and then you get him and it just how he meets his wife, and then it goes right to him being on the railroad.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and like that character that ends up being killed there is a recurring character
Yeah.
throughout this
That's
entire
guilt,
movie.
man. It's pure and simple.
And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like there are just random times where he's just lost inside his own head, and he'll turn, and that guy will just be sitting like Chris is sitting there in front of me,
Just looking at him.
Just
Staring at
staring
him.
at
Not
him.
saying it, but just
no, awkwardly
Yeah.
staring.
Well, I mean, I presume he doesn't understand his language, so probably won't say anything.
well, okay. This is
I'll
business.
be honest, I didn't expect that.
I think I think it's fair to say this is based on Dennis Johnson's novella.
It's a book, yeah.
Yes, and it's of course on Netflix. Although I understand they didn't make it.
I don't believe so. I will verify that though. Actually,
Yeah.
But it's a damn fine piece of cinema regardless. It's very interesting.
Yeah, the shots are great. The dialogue, the limited dialogue is so good. I mean, the effect that people have on you and you can have on people by just from your presence alone is all over this movie, and it's so good.
Well, I mean, America itself is a character in this too.
Yeah.
And of course the name, I think, having watched it, like it just because like the train is what brought us into a modern world, and travel was more accessible to more people, and you can get places faster. So
It is only distributed by Netflix.
so it was not made. Well, that makes sense. It's less of a. The fact that I thought Netflix may have made this was a big pondering to me. I was like, how is this possible?
Okay, calm down. They make,
Well, we know that they can
they
make
make good movies.
high-level stuff.
But they don't do it often. Is what I'm saying.
Hey, a couple of them a year, and you just keep rolling in Oscars.
And so anyway, so let's talk about it for 1 second. Joel Edgerton, what a performance he gives as a man who loses everything and continues to search.
He's got a sad face and sad eyes, and it works so well for this role. Like they grabbed the perfect guy, and he could grow a great beard.
He does a
Solid
tortured.
beard.
He does a tortured soul well. He
Yeah,
does.
he really
you know,
does.
he does that very well. There was he was in
Bad
something
Lawler
else.
Man.
He was in something else too that it kind of
Bright.
no. It's something else similar to this. I forget what it is. I'll
Bright
have to
2.
look. No. Stop
Nope,
doing that.
still
Bright is
waiting for
stop.
that.
Bright's not a good. It's okay. It's not great.
It's just it's bad. That's the
where
joke.
he was. There's a horror film where they're in the woods. Remember that? It Comes at Night or something.
Cabin in the Woods.
No, God no.
Is it the one? Is it the one with the big like antler monster demon
think
thing?
so.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I gotta find. It's way away though. It wasn't Dark Matter. It wasn't Blue. He's in Bluey. He's a policeman in Bluey. Interesting. Let's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Stranger.
Respect.
Oh, you love The Green Knight too.
Yes.
He's in that one as well.
He's in
He's in
movie's
The
just
King.
weird.
Boy Erased. Yeah, he's in a ton of stuff. Oh, It Comes at Night. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you're
was
right.
very similar to this. But
I
so in Felicity Jones also does a fantastic job here
Oh, yeah.
of the girl he meets and then falls in love with and builds a cabin with and has a family with, and then it's kind of unclear like how things, what starts what, and then who's responsible for it. But it's just what happens is devastating because like the movie kind of insinuates that like she may have been responsible for that, but she wasn't. There's no way that she could have.
They
never
were
got that.
they were in a wildfire.
Well, I know they're in the wildfire, but doesn't it kind of suggest a little bit that like as he's looking at her after she's gone and looking at her like one of the candles could have been what started it? Or
I never got that vibe.
I think
because like it's dark and then it comes up and all you see is candles, and then she's there and then we see the fire start.
I think that's just his fever dream.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Okay,
Yeah.
well that's
Yeah.
I'd like most things. That's probably in his head.
Wildfires are very common though because lightning starts them.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
And we with the story
Dry
of
pine,
of
maybe.
loss, and then this man that still finds a way to continue living. And some of the
He finds a way to continue living, but a part of the story it's telling is that like he's questioning like the purpose of his existence.
Yeah.
at
He doesn't know
point.
why he's still there.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like he has purpose, and he's completely disassociated. I
Mhm.
mean, as he's out on a limb by himself as much as he can be. and
Sometimes
still
literally
survive.
on a limb. Sometimes he's just
Yeah.
sleeping on a tree.
Well,
literally.
yeah, that happens. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Like he's. I mean, like
You see a lot of tree-related violence.
shout out to this guy for just sleeping in the middle of the Idaho wilderness.
Well, I mean, so I know we skipped ahead a little bit, but like once the cabin's gone and he's just laying in the ash pile sleeping, I'm just like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's going to be bad for your back. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no way his back isn't already just destroyed from the work either.
Oh,
But
it's got to be terrible.
yeah. I mean, he's sleeping in someone's like stock closet at some point
Yeah.
too. Like this guy is
He's
just
just laying on the floor.
yeah. He's just
Also, was that now that I'm
destroyed.
thinking of stock closet? Was that Danny Rojas?
No,
That was Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso.
it is
Stop.
not.
I
No,
thought it
it's
might
not
have been,
him.
but
It's not him.
so why, Chris? Why do you dislike this? I mean, you don't dislike the movie. Why do you think it's such a bleak? I mean, it is, but why would you not choose to watch this a second time?
I didn't say I would watch the second time, but I mean, I would watch the second time. But it's gonna be like the way I treat Chernobyl. It's gonna be the same way I treat Schindler's List. I'm gonna be seeking a certain kind of sad, and then I'm gonna watch this.
Mm,
You know, like this is something that makes
just a
me,
whiskey drunk kind of movie.
Whiskey
It's a
drunk.
it's a tequila drunk kind of movie for
Ooh.
me, and this is one
Sitting
where
there with tears in his eyes.
yeah, like this thing messed me up a little bit. Like sometimes when I do like rewatches or things we need to do, I'll watch them on my PC. I'll have it up, while I'm like working on something else too, like on one screen or the other and stuff. And like there was a point like 20 minutes into this movie where I think it's when Kirby dies, the guy who plays Kirby in Jurassic Park 3, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. When he
William H. Macy.
yeah, him, yeah.
Oh God,
I was like,
who the fuck are you talking
Like,
about?
who's that? Like, why call him Kirby? Just say the guy from Jurassic Park 3.
Anyway, when he dies, and
Most notably from Jurassic Park 3, William H.
And a
Macy.
million other things.
his number one role, everyone knows him from that. When like the music does this thing where it the branch falls and then the music just dead stops.
Stops.
There's no sound for like a second, and it was like, and I think that was a kind of a play on like if a tree falls in a woods
No
thing.
one's there to hear it.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of clever as well. Like I went, oh okay, and I closed out it on my computer. I got in my bed, turned on my TV, and I just watched it. I was like,
You're
okay, like
fully committed.
yeah, I was like, okay, no, this one's gonna be really good.
William
And
H. Macy playing a legendarily named character, Arn Peoples. Arn. Not
Peoples.
Arnold or Arnie.
Arn.
Arn.
And those conversations, I think, are some of the best in the whole.
Oh, absolutely.
When he plays the harmonica in a campsite.
I thought that was kind of a funny moment too, where he's like, he's singing, and they're like, "Shut up!" And he's like, "Hey, can you sing?" He's like, "Nah, they won't like that. But let me get my harmonica out. They're gonna love that way more, brother." Like,
I love how he just. I also love how he just
The Minnesota
calls
boys.
out the Minnesota guys. He's got this deep-seated
goddamn
for
Minnesota
Minnesota and all of its people.
Oh my god.
Which is a randomly weird state to attack, but
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then that sequence when he's, of course, has already been hit over the head, and he's sitting there. It's framed where they're against the trees.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That what a beautiful sequence that is." And it's just, I know, like this is like kind of like the pinky up film, but like this is stuff that, like, to me, the
very pinky up.
Oh yeah. Well, like that conversation there is what ties up the end of the movie, right? Because like that's where
the beauty comes in.
Yeah. Well, when he says, like what's beautiful about it, he said all of it, and it's like that's exactly the realization that that Robert finally comes to at the end of this film.
So long for him to finally get into that headspace.
Well, honestly, I can't blame the guy for what he goes through.
He's got a shit run of luck. Let's be honest, right? He had it. We just completely glossed over that his biological parents put him on a train with a sign around his neck that said Fry, Idaho.
Yep.
And just sent him there.
Which also, at that time, Fry, Idaho couldn't have been shit.
No.
So why are you sending your boy to Fry, Idaho?
Frydaho.
Frydaho. I knew he was going to do that. I knew it.
As
soon as he said, I was like, oh, here
Frydaho potatoes.
This is what brings you people here.
You people.
No, you people.
but yeah, shit run of luck. Like, first thing he starts with is being sent to Idaho.
No. He never really, what he said, he stops going to school before he's 16, and he ends up living basically a nomadic life.
Yeah.
He doesn't really stick anywhere. He ends up, I think being the logger is what he does for the longest time.
Yep. Then he does the train work. Yeah.
This movie reminds me of, and you guys might not have this movie reminds me of a lot because of the same narration style. It reminds me of The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford with Brad Pitt.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's a very similar kind of, like, he grew up in here and he did this, and then he talks about all it's the same kind of storytelling as Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck, Sam Shepard, hold on a sec, Sam Rockwell, Jeremy Renner, Paul Schneider. He links the two. And Garrett Dillahunt, Mary Louise Parker. Like, that's a great movie too. Also one of those, like, tree, sky, one of the, I'm talking about. But it's another one of those movies that, but it's, I think the reason, like, it's funny because we just talked about The Bride and how, like, Jesse Buckley, if something, well, yeah, we're in the same clothes and recording this different day.
Episode 72 part 2. You know what I mean?
Why did
Jesse Buckley may have, like, saved that movie from being an awful abomination, but, like, Joel Edgerton is, like, the perfect guy to cast in this too. He just does it so well.
He's really good at being lonely and sad.
Yeah.
And I connect with that on a level that you'll never understand.
You've said that many times in the show, dear listener, that Roger has admitted that many, many times.
Well, like, even in the points that require, like, that refined acting skill, he's got it. Like, the emotion he shows, even, like, without having to say a word. Because there's a lot of times where there's no dialogue. He's just alone and sad, right? And like for a while, the most he talks to is his buddy from the store, which is a great story in itself, and the dogs. And it's like between those interactions for a little bit, we get nothing.
Well, there's probably 30 minutes of this movie where he talks to nobody.
Yeah, where it's just silence, and we're just watching this guy attempt to carry on and
soldier on.
Yeah, and, like, I love that he becomes a freighter. and he's trying to because he can't be a logger anymore at a certain point. And I love that they subtly let you know that people know that he's a good guy because we don't get that enough in
No.
Hollywood. And
Well,
like,
they definitely talk about how people know his story,
yeah,
and that, but nobody really talks to him about it.
yeah,
That he's just like, yeah, he'll do it. He's good at what he does. He's a
Yeah.
nice guy. Doesn't talk much.
yeah.
And then somebody actually talks to him.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's interesting too because it shows the way that like the early 1900s were handled by men, where like the expectations for work, it took you from your family. You know, you
For
did
months at a time.
you didn't always get to see or be a part of your kids growing up in that sense in a huge way. But then even when he's hurting, and what the guy from the store was his name, who you thought was the guy from Ted Lasso, what's his name again?
Like the actor's
The
name?
character's name.
Oh, Ignatius Jack.
Ignatius, that was it. Like it's
Strong name.
it is.
It is
Strong.
Well, like when they kill the elk,
stronger than Arn Peoples.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
honestly.
I mean, it's close,
But
but yeah.
when they kill the elk or the deer or whatever, and he breaks down finally in front of him, and he's crying. He goes, I'm sorry. And the reaction, the fix is, let's get to
No,
work.
he stands there, he looks at him and goes, still need to skin it.
Yeah, it's like it's like that's just how that's how it was what you were expected of back then, and it's a crazy
It's
thing.
like
to
when you're
think about.
drinking a porch beer with your buddy and he starts crying, you're like, you good?
Yeah, yeah. It's like
No.
it's like, hey, I think it's time for you to go home, man. Like,
Give me your keys.
Do you need a ride? Okay.
we've reached the point where I think we're done hanging.
Yeah. Either you need to skin this or I'm leaving.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's just like it has so many small portrayals that are I think that are expertly done in this all the way through, and then even when he does start talking to I can't remember her name now off the top of my head, but
Kelly Conrad's character.
yeah, and like when they're talking, not just on the ride up, like that's one thing, but when they're in the tower and they
When
have
he
the
goes to visit.
yeah, and it's like that's such a good conversation, and it shows the difference in the way that people can be can be hurt, but how they can still see and affect the world, and how he doesn't think he is affecting it, but like the person that one person right there with him, he had an effect on her,
Mhm.
in a very positive way just by being there and being present and being around.
I also enjoy how this movie doesn't try to put them together.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Because like, well,
I
like,
saw it come. I thought it was
yeah,
gonna come. You know.
like I agree with Grayson. For a minute there, you kind of see like, oh
It
well,
could
he's
have.
got a connection.
The-
And then I'm kind because like, look, I kind of would have been okay with it either way. And I'm going to be honest
yeah,
with you.
exactly.
But I think the fact that they don't do it is, I think it makes the story better.
Yeah.
You know, it's that he just continues to go on, except now he's a little bit happier.
Yeah, well, I I I assume they probably had many conversations from that point forward. You know what I mean? Just
Sure.
like certain days where
They're friends.
exactly. But like I feel like if he doesn't have the fever dream about his daughter, like coming back,
Mhm.
I think that is like a high possibility that it is something he pursues. But I think the fever dream of his daughter probably stops all of that
Well,
from
I
being in his
think
brain.
I think the fever dream is twofold. One, it does, put a perspective on what it is like to be alone
Yeah.
and dealing with that kind of stuff, which
Yeah.
is a big deal. But also, again, it's back to his own guilt.
Yeah.
He still feels guilty, like things
Yeah.
still aren't right.
Yeah.
And it does change his perspective on that stuff,
Yeah.
which I think is interesting.
But like because it was Carrie Condon, I expected a little more out of that role than for her to be in there for a few sequences and then gone. But I mean,
She's
she did
very
her.
good
She
at it.
she
Yeah,
did
but-
play- she played the role well. I mean,
but what she
served her purpose.
what she does with the time she's
Yeah,
given
sure.
is perfect.
I just think it's like you tell the dynamic is different though when he picks her up and she just hops in the front seat.
Yeah.
With him. He's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. He goes, oh,
oh, okay, just like
She's
that.
in 2 Best Picture nominations.
That's true.
She's in
Yeah.
F1 and this. Yeah.
Yep.
I hope
Oh,
F1 wins. For the
talk about
record,
F1
I would
for a
have. That's right. Is there anything you guys didn't like about it? All right, we are back. Had a little bit of technical difficulties,
You
but
didn't have to say that.
well, I did
Okay.
because it's a hard cut then. But all right, guys. So it's easy when you watch this it's a very likable movie. It is, it's a movie about loss, but it's also like a very beautiful movie. What didn't you guys like about it?
well, I didn't like that. It was so sad.
It makes you sad?
Yeah, it made me feel things. But like, I mean, that's just kind of you know, kind of a joke. There's not much here that I didn't like, and it's just one of those movies that like there's not. It might not be a perfect film, but it doesn't have a lot going on that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, I mean that's something that I agree with too. Is while I don't think this movie is perfect, it's damn close.
Mhm.
It never does anything at like the highest level that we have seen because we've seen super great movies at this point.
Yeah.
This movie's pretty good at everything that it does. I know one of the things is with a movie where there's not a lot of dialogue can be a pacing issue, and this movie doesn't have that. It legitimately just flows from one thing to another to another to another. Now it happens to be a sequence of sad things sometimes for you, Chris.
Yeah.
But it definitely does a really good job at keeping you locked in to
Yeah.
what's going on at all times.
I agree.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel a little bit of like Nomadland in this? Just a little bit?
No, because I didn't like.
I didn't like that movie, so no.
Yeah, there it is.
The one thing I liked was, and it's the artsy fartsy is the bear, and I know that not to be confused with the show on Hulu, like we made the joke earlier,
Why not?
but fantastic show.
Great
Well, you should
show.
watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
perfect.
Also about tremendous loss. Is the bear when he's lost his family, the wildfire has claimed his wife, his child, and he's just starting to accept the fact they are gone and they are not coming back. And he's sitting at the ground where his camp or his cabin was, and we see the bear just walk by and keep on going. I like the reference that I made to LXG is, and I've made it before on the show, of right before they go down to attack the factory, Sean Connery is on sentry duty, and Alan Quartermain is on sentry duty, and there's a wolf that approaches, and he pulls his rifle up, getting ready to shoot the wolf, and then we see that long shot of the rifle and the wolf, and the wolf sees in him what he is just an old soldier, a grizzled old warrior looking for a place to die. And I like that kind of stuff. That was one of the first times I really noticed it. But like this one has that to me is I like the bear just not even giving any crap and just moving along. I think that's kind of I don't think they did it as effectively as they could have with the camera angles, but it says a lot
Well,
without saying anything.
It's also an obvious CGI bear. So I don't know how close up they wanted to get.
You don't
with
think
it.
Netflix has like bears on?
Yeah.
Cue the bear. Do it, do it.
Trained bears.
Yeah,
and stuff,
I
yeah.
do appreciate though that you took the Oscar-nominated movie and compared it to
LXG. Yes, thank
That's-
you.
That's
Yes.
good.
And I'm gonna do another one. You guys remember what's the Will
Helsing?
Ferrell?
Talk about Van
What's
Helsing.
the Will Ferrell basketball movie with the Dewey the Bear? Spumoni is the safe word.
Semi-pro.
Oh.
Spumoni.
I was gonna say basketball, but yeah, no, that one. Yeah, that one.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think Semi-pro is an underrated funny movie. I know
It
you
is
don't like Will
funny.
Ferrell, but I think that's
It
funny.
is funny.
Because when he gets in with the bear and he's like, the
Spumoni!
safe word is
Yeah.
Spumoni. As soon as the bear gets in, he's like, no, fuck this. Spumoni. 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 No, fuck this.
And then Kristen Wiig's like, Dewey, you're being so mean to the bear, and he's
Bear's
not
just
responding.
ignoring
Yeah. Great. We've compared a wonderfully made movie in Train Dreams to Semi-Pro and LXG. Wonderful.
Yes, good.
But
Perfect. We're
there's
giving
not-
this movie its complete and
I don't-
proper due.
I don't think there's anything in this movie that like is unlikable. I mean, if I can understand you holding it against it if it's sad, I get that. It's
You're allowed to not like a movie because it's
Sure,
sad.
of
Yeah,
course.
That's totally okay.
I don't actually mean I hold it against it. I very much appreciate what this movie did to to my emotions. I won't watch this unless I want a specific feeling from this from a movie, and this one will fit
if
a,
you if
a certain
you
niche.
feels-
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to feel the feels one night, like John Train Dreams. Yeah,
Yeah.
Joel Edgerton does it for me. But I mean, I guess final thoughts.
Well, I have
go
one
ahead.
more thing.
Oh, sure,
Okay.
sure.
I just want to point out something that this movie did that I noticed right away, and I thought, God damn, this movie is really good.
Okay.
And it's how effective they make not just us root for Robert, but like you just want the guy to have
Something.
a good break, just something in his corner. And when they bring in when he helps the girl that he finds that that he thinks is his daughter, whether it's a fever dream or real or whatever, like he cares so much. He does everything he can. He tries to stay awake. He doesn't as you know he's going to fall asleep, and you know she's not going to be there when he wakes up. But there's that moment of hope,
You
which
think it
which is what he's feeling. It is effective that you hope that she's still there, but nope, there's that fucking window wide open and she's gone. But like they so effectively made me feel like I lost Kate. Like I felt like,
officially lost
yeah,
her?
I felt like I lost the kid too. Like it was like like we had her back. Me and old Robert, man, we're good. We're on this ride together.
You got some closure.
We got-
Things are clicking. And
The daughter's back. She didn't die. She was too young to remember. She came back home, and we lost her again. And like this movie did so good at making you feel like you lost the kid with him. It's like, oh, that's like I thought. I gave that loud, like painful grunt. I was like, that's good.
Well,
That sucks, but that's good.
You're doing the thing where you're like, there is no way that can be her, but boy, I hope it is. You know,
exactly, right?
Yeah, you understand it's very unlikely.
Oh, 1,000%.
Damn it, you want it to be that.
Yeah, he just doesn't having a fever dream, an actual fever dream because he's sick. And it's like this is just another one, isn't it? But like you just hope. You hope like I paused it. I'm looking for ripped sheets. I'm looking for anything that give clue like what he did. I like how he puts his chair in the window later on. Like, but leaves the window open, but it's like, in case she crawls back in, I want to know. It's like, oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, most fathers, I think, would be in that position. They're just
1,000%.
hoping beyond hope. It's just, and the movie does that very effectively. I guess I hadn't considered the fact that, like, they were trying to not only give us hope, but, like, also experience the loss.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of effective.
I felt it. I was like, oh. Well, I feel like I lost the kid now.
I think the thing is, too, is the first time we know that he's experienced loss, we actually get to see him like go through it instead of just be, like I said earlier, disassociated.
Yeah.
Just be out there in the world. And it's tough, man. It's tough as hell.
Plus we go to the final thoughts.
That was the last one I had.
I'll close it out, man.
I think this movie, final thoughts, I'll start. I think this movie's excellent. It's not an everyday watch, but it is very good at what it does, and I can see why it's nominated. I'm happy Netflix has something like this. It needs good stuff like that. It very badly needs great stuff like this.
I'll go if that's all right. I think the movie is great. I think everybody should check us out. I do kind of feel bad for it though, because in a lot of other years this would be serious contender for Best Picture. I just don't think it's got a tough road to climb with what it's going up against. But I like this one very much, and I am happy to recommend it as a movie that everybody should see for this past year. So
like this is one that no matter why you watch movies, if you can appreciate a good film, this is just you put it on your list, man. This is really good. It hurts to watch, but at the same time, it feels the movie is effective in making you feel like all the things that it wants you to, and in the end, like I appreciate what it did. This thing's awesome. I like this movie a lot.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. It's an easy one to just chalk up in the. That's a great movie.
Can't turn this one on 3:00 on a Tuesday either. Just mainly
gather the kids around.
Mainly because the guy who goes skydiving, I just can't. It's just a little too much for my kids. But after that, it'd be good.
I do skydiving. I've done it 4 times.
Just
off
good.
A bridge.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh, I have no idea. Oh wow. Okay, I'm an idiot.
Right.
That's fair.
All
That's
right
fair.
then.
That does it for us.
That's gonna do it.
I've gone skydiving 4 times. I love it. Anyway,
that's impressive, actually.
Yeah,
that does it
100%. Because I will never.
Standing, just when they open the door and you're just standing at 30,000 or 15,000 feet of air. That's great. That does it for us in episode 72 additional for this week, where we talk about Train Dreams on Post Credits Podcast, a show where we are lucky enough to talk about movies with you. If you listen to this episode on an audio-only service such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, feel free to head on over to YouTube. See us there also. You can see them. They both now have glasses permanently.
Wow.
Turn us on while you're doing work, whatever it is that you people do. We know. Like and subscribe. Smash those buttons. Thank you for that. Thank you for joining us. Grayson, Chris, and Roger, and we will see you next week for the Oscars.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Stop.
No.
Ooh.
You stop it.
You stop.